So at this year in New France, we launched very exciting formats at TikTok. So I can go through a few of them. I think between them, we had logo takeover. We also got prime time, also top reach, and a few very exciting updates for our post suite products. So I can go through a few of them. So in terms of logo takeover, so this is a product that we are trying to get the maximum reach of the audience at TikTok. It's a very good experience for users and also for brands because it's the very first impact you have when you open the app. So when you literally open the app, when you open your mobile and you click on TikTok logo, the first thing you see is the TikTok logo. But now the brands actually they can share this moment with TikTok logo. So that's why logo takeover, and it's a very good moment in terms of cultural relevance as well for brands. So maximum impact, first moment in the app. So this can give brands very impactful way to deliver the message. When we say like a prime time. So Primetime is also very premium format that we are, investing this year. Primetime is where you can place up to 3 ads for the same user on the For You page for a window of 15 minutes. So with that, you can tell a whole story for the users. So it's just not like just one single shot of ad, but you have 3 main pieces that you can go through your brand storytelling with the user. And then when we also talk about reach and premium formats, we also have top reach, which is something that the brands and clients asked a lot for this for us. So we have 2 main premium formats today at TikTok, which is very well known, which is Top View, the first ad, the first spot actually on the app when you open. And we also have the Top Feed, which is the first ad in the feed. So basically now we are just combining those 2 formats to maximize the reach for the brands. So it's like a very good way with one shot, one single buying, you can reach a lot of users in the platform. And last but not least, we also have our Pulse suite of products, and we are making like a very good addition this year, which is the Taste Makers. So basically, brands can add their content adjacent to a selected, creator list. So you basically, select your creators or the creators that you feel like they're more suitable with your brand, and we can place the ads right after those content. So those are the main, I would say, additions that we are bringing to the market this year.
Keiko, looking at the prime time sequential storytelling format for a second, wanted to know how does that change the creative strategy compared to traditional one-shot ad formats?
Yeah, that's a very great question because what we want from this format is not just repurposing any other assets that the brand already have. So you have like 3 assets in a window of 15 minutes. So I think the biggest deal here is leverage this moment to tell a story. So every asset is kind of, every asset has their own job to be done. So the first asset, the first video, you're gonna do like the hook and you're gonna do the brand awareness. You need to just show to the users what you're bringing to their For You page. So you don't need to tell the whole story. You just get the hook. The second ad, you can okay, let's now dig into the story, and then you deliver the message. And the third piece is where you have the final call to action. Can be like going to a web page or sign up for something or even like purchase a product. So that's the way actually we are trying to get to the brand. So not repurpose all your own assets, but create for that. Leverage this moment that you just don't need like one single shot. You can tell your story piece by piece in this window and for the same users. So it's like a very moment that you on and you block for your ads.
Keiko, TikTok is obviously known for its engaging user experience. And so, with that in mind, I wanted to talk a bit about Pulse Mentions, which puts brands adjacent to conversations already happening around them. So, how do you balance giving brands that opportunity to, again, further engage with consumers without making the platform feel overly commercialized?
Yeah, it's a very fair question, David. So when we talk about like putting brands very close to the organic content, if we don't do pretty much well, it's very likely it's going to be overly commercial. It's going to sound like not so real and true about the brand. But I think what Boost Post mentions bring is the authenticity. And also we build the ads around the, context. So we are never placing the brand ads, close to a topic that is not mentioning them. So that's why post mentions. So we only place ads when your brand or your category is being mentioned by the users and by the creators. So it's a very safe space because you're in actually, you're not just interrupting like a flow or communication. You're basically a brand is arriving to be part of that conversation that is already actually happening there. So they're already talking about your brand. So just like the brand comes in to the play and also, bring their POV as well. So it's not interruption, and we take this very seriously with our, user audience as well. So that's why we make sure that the brand suitability and the quality of the ads are always like in a good shape.
Keiko, TikTok introduced, as you mentioned, several high impact formats from logo takeover to top reach. Are these solutions designed for big brand tentpole moments, or can mid-sized advertisers use them effectively as well?
Yeah, I'm glad that you asked this because when people see those high impactful formats like logo takeover, prime time, first impact in the app, you instantly think about large brands, big budgets or big moments. Of course, large brands, if they want to dominate the attention on the app, and if they really want to get attention, for like a big launch, for example, product launch, movie launch, of course, that's the perfect format for them to grab this attention. But I would say mid-sized brands, for example, if they're looking for efficiency, it's also a very good way for you to get the right message for the right audience at the right moment. So this is not just large tentpole moments, it's also efficiency as well. So you make sure that you can have reach, but you can also have efficiency together. So we always think about those different, I would say, use cases. So it's not one size fits all, but I also would say that this perfectly works for any type of advertisers. Depends, I think I would say everything depends on the message and the creative asset you're going to put in front of the user.
So, Keiko, what do all these new solutions that you talked about really mean for marketers of all kinds who are looking to reach large scale audiences on TikTok?
Yeah, so we know that TikTok today has more than 200 million users in US. So it's a very good way for you to have this high impact, but also with efficiency, as I was saying before. So today, for example, those premium formats that we are launching today, and together with the current ones, we drive actually 50% more attentive views than other, I would say standard ad products at our portfolio. So we really, it really, means that, brands can have a big reach, a massive reach, but also with quality as well. So I would say also in terms of users on TikTok, our users, they, notice brands faster, 41% faster than the other platforms. So it's a perfect, environment, perfect opportunity for you to put your brand in front of users, but with very high relevance as well. We cannot forget this. So we have brands, also running those formats that I just mentioned to you. So we had Hilton running a premium format with us, and we drove like better, I would say higher total online video ROI than other platforms for them. Also, another example, very good one, with Warner Brothers. So they use Takeover, logo Takeover. It was the first one in the US, and they run to showcase the Supergirl trailer. So they released first on TikTok. So that's where you see like brands coming to the platform to see like those moviegoers, those movie enthusiasts. Again, reach, but also with relevance as well.